Hi everybody, this is going to be 7.1 and 7.3 combined, just converting fractions, decimals, and percents. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so let's try number 1. Let's say if I have the fraction a half. I want to try to convert this to its decimal form and its fraction form. So one way to definitely convert it to a decimal. Hi, doing a video. Yep. Alright, so we can make a division box, take the numerator, put it inside the division box, put a couple zeros, and try and get the decimal. 2 into 1, 0. Keep the decimal. 2 into 10, 5 times. Get 10, subtract, get 0. So my decimal, a half, equals 0.5. And then converting that to a percent, we should know from previous videos, whenever you want to convert a decimal to a percent, it's 2 spaces to the right that we move the decimal, and the opposite way, 2 spaces to the left when we want percent to decimal. So I move it 2 places, and this equals 50%. So fraction, decimal, percent. That's number 1. Number 2. Let's actually skip that one. Let's do 5 over 8. 5 over 8. Okay, so from here, I do my long division. I put my 5 in, put some zeros. 8 into 5, 0. 8 into 50 goes 6 times. We get 48. We subtract, we get 2. So now we got to keep going. Bring down the 0. Goes in 2 times. Get 16. Subtract, we get 4. Keep going with another 0, and we finally get to the end where it stops, and I get no remainder, 0 as a remainder. So I got 5 over 8 equals 0.625. So that's my decimal, 0.625. And if I want to move it twice to the right, I'm going to get my 62.5%. So fraction, decimal, percent. All right, let's do 2 more. Number 3. Let me see which one I wanted to do for number 3. I wanted to do, let's do 2 over 9. So 2 over 9. Do my long division. Try and do this a little bit quick. 9 into 2, 0. 9 into 20, 2 times. Get 18. And I get the same number that I started with. Bring down my 0, 2 times again, and it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening repeatedly. So I know that 2 over 9 equals 0.2 repeating, and if I were to change that to a percent, I got to keep going. So I get 22. It's not exactly 22%. It's 22, and then still that 2 repeats, percent. Now there's ways of writing repeated decimals as a fraction, but I don't think I'm going to include it in this lesson. It has a couple of rules. So you're going to be allowed to write repeating decimals just with a line over it. Don't worry about converting that part to a fraction. Okay, 4. What's my number 4 that I wanted to show you guys? Oops. Okay, last one, 34 over 28. So put my 34 in there. Now I know that my number on top is bigger, so I know I'm going to get above 100 for my percent. So 28 into 34 goes 1 time, so I get 28, subtract, I get 6, bring down the 0. 28 into 60 goes, well, I need my decimal, it goes 2 times. So that's 16, carry the 1, 4, 5, and I get 4 now as a remainder. If I just keep going, that goes 1 time, I get 28, I get 12, and I keep going. I keep going and going and going, and what happens is this one is not going to work out where it's repeated or it stops. So what I'm going to do is go a little bit further. 28 into 120. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. We'll try 4. So 4 times 8 is 32. Carry the 3. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we get 8. So if I just keep going and keep going and keep going, that would go in a few times. 1, 2, probably just 2 times. I get 16, carry the 1, 4, 5, so back to 56 again. And then what's going to wind up happening is that eventually it's just not going to end. It's going to keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to take 34 over 28 is going to equal 1.2142, and it's going to go on. And then over here I'm going to change it to a percent. So I'm going to get 121 point, and I can round it to a 4. The 2 will keep the 4 the same, and I can just say it's approximately this percent. So fraction, decimal, percent. Okay, I'm going to put out another video for a few different conversions. We just did from fraction to decimal to percent, but we're going to go a few different ways with the next video.